What's that saying? When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Well, I'm here in France, so I thought I'd do a spot of wine tasting. Now, let's imagine for a moment that these wines are all makes of car. What have I got here? BMW, sporty, fruity, bags of flavour. Just going to try a little bit. And loads of punch right to the last. Oh, Mercedes, you can never fault the impeccable quality of a Mercedes wine. It's smooth. It's a wine that's going to taste this good in 5 years as it does today. And what have we got here? A Beaujolais Nouveau. It's the new Audi A4. Now, in the past, Audi have been a little dull, but reliable. But it says here on the label that, it says it's got all of what the other wines have got and a little extra je ne sais quoi. Well, shall we see if it does what it says? Let's take it for a little gargle. The Audi A4 was launched 6 years ago. It had a facelift 2 years ago, and since then, well, nothing until this. And I must say, first impressions are, well, it's pretty well-rounded. I love the way it's reminiscent of the TT with the well-curved windscreen and tapered front end. Then it mimics the older A6 at the back with the rounded rump and the rear pillars. But hang on a minute, it's not all about looks, is it? You've got to taste it to get full appreciation of the quality. The new Audi A4 comes with a choice of 2 litre and 3 litre petrol engines. We're in the 3 litre manual, and I tell you what, it's fast and it's very, very smooth. In fact, maybe a little bit too smooth. I prefer something with a little bit more kick in the flavour. But I reckon that Audi are going to take on BMW head on as they're planning to introduce a sporty coupe, an Avant, which is an estate to you and me, and eventually a cabriolet, which will be lovely for those balmy summer evenings when you want something fresh, fruity and funky and a little bit different. All models are based on the new VW platform, so you might see the next generation Passat and a new upmarket Skoda driving around, looking distinctly similar to this in the not too distant future. High up on the list of priorities in the Audi A4 makeover is the chassis, which has been redesigned and strengthened. Also redesigned is the rear suspension, which is now very similar to that of the Audi A8. In fact, Audi are claiming that the handling is now on a par with the rear-wheel driven Mercedes C-Class and BMW 3 Series. The car feels very safe and sturdy on the roads, very well grounded. But then it is quite nippy as well, sporty and full of flavour. And when you're going around the corners, it's sharp and precise. Well-rounded vintage all in all. They've got a lot to bottle of Audi, as they've introduced as standard across the range air conditioning, side curtain airbags and satellite navigation. And there's loads more room. It's slightly higher, wider and longer, which means an extra 41mm of legroom for our friends in the back. And Audi say that the price of its new A4 will undercut the existing model, which is great news for us consumers. Oh, très bien. You know, I've really enjoyed coming to France and sampling a few of the finer things in life, test driving this lovely new Audi A4, and when it's safely parked up for the night, indulging in a drop of Vin Rosé. I could get quite used to this. I wonder if it did do what it said on the label. Yeah, it did actually. I'll drink to that. Here's the new Audi A4.